Hey guys, OhGinelle here. Welcome back to my channel, and today's video we are going to be doing a recap of my third trimester. OhGinelle is not my name, and if you must know, it's a statement, bitch! So this is my first video for the new year, so happy new year and good riddance. I'm going to be scrolling through my OhGinelle pregnancy app because there I did keep track of all the symptoms that I was having throughout my third trimester. Now keep in mind, every woman is different, everybody's experiences are different, and here's some things that happened to me. What happened to you may be completely different or the same. So the second trimester was, in comparison to the third, a breeze. If you want to see a recap of my first and second trimesters, you can check the link down below or up in the eye. In the beginning, it all started out really easy. The first couple weeks of my third trimester was pretty uneventful. Nothing was happening, and I'm like, thank God, because, child, oof, let me tell you. Around week 30, my right ear was clogged. I don't know why, I don't know how, but no matter how I would hold my nose and blow and try to pop it, the only way I could pop it was in a hot shower, and then like every day it would clog up again. Don't know what that was about. Also, at this point, I don't know who told me to take a mirror and look down there, but that thing did not look like mine, and I was really curious to know whose vagina is this. Here's the thing. Just don't look, because mine was probably twice the size as it normally was and 4 shades darker than the rest of my body. All this time, my skin was looking crazy, and finally by week 32, my skin started to clear up, and I felt like I was getting that glow that everybody talks about when they see pregnant women. Oh, you're glowing. Finally, by the end of week 32, the pain in my pubic bone was just, it was hurting. It was so heavy, and all along, like after I was cleared from the placenta previa, I was doing pelvic floor exercises and all those type of things to try to help strengthen my core so my body could keep up with the weight of my growing baby. But Lord, at this point, like, I was just like, all right, we 32 weeks, like, this hurts. I don't even have the energy to exercise anymore. I am tired and my body is killing me. By week 33, I had thought my poor breasts had been through all they were going to go through throughout this pregnancy. At this point, they had started to peel again and stretch again. And I guess that was my breasts' way of telling me, all right, sis, the time is approaching. We're almost here. I showed you guys a body oil by a company called Body Love that I was using, and I used this throughout my entire pregnancy. And listen, honey, I do not have any stretch marks on the belly area. Now, where I messed up, I used the oil on my entire body, but I really focused on the areas that I expect to get stretch marks. I got these really strange stretch marks on my thigh, like my upper thigh area. And to be honest, I'm not really sure if they are stretch marks because they kind of look like varicose veins. I don't know. I have no idea. As of today, like 6 weeks postpartum, they have not gone away. And so yeah, if you oil in your body, just oil everything. So I would oil my entire body and then really focus on my belly 2-3 times a day, but I wasn't really focusing on anything else. So I got these strange looking stretch marks on my upper thigh, and then I got some on like my upper buttocks area. So yeah, be mindful. You can get them stretch marks anywhere. Be mindful of your entire body and oil everything more than 3 times a day. By the end of week 33, I started experiencing lightning crotch again. Those sharp shooting pains, like shooting down into my hoo-ha region. Lord, those were uncomfortable, and they were like maybe like happening for like 15 minutes or so. Not long, but long enough for me to be like, ooh, what's happening? By week 34, my baby was, ugh, I felt like he was just beating me up from the inside. So right here, this area, he was head down and his little butt was just right here. and he came out at 20.5 inches, super tall, and I could just feel his butt and his little legs digging into my insides, and my insides were so sore. My stomach right here under my breast was tender to the touch, and I just could not even like lean anything. I couldn't even like keep my bra on this area because it was so sore, and it was an internal soreness. By the end of week 34, I started getting these back spasms and pain. Everybody talks about these Braxton Hicks. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know if I ever had Braxton Hicks. Honestly, I did not experience contractions until I was damn near 5 centimeters dilated. Like, if I was having Braxton Hicks, I must have a really high pain tolerance because I felt nothing. But the back aches and the spasms to me were just backaches because my back was hurting. Like, I didn't at the time put it two and two together that this is what a contraction is supposed to feel like, because I felt like it was supposed to be like a squeezing motion, and it was not. I literally just had back pains and spasms for maybe like 2 minutes, and then that was it. By week 35, I experienced something that I've never had before: a nosebleed. I know it's common for normal people or whoever, but I have never had a nosebleed before. For the majority of the pregnancy, like, I would have bloody boogers. But this particular night, like, my nose was bleeding something serious where I was dripping like all over my shirt. And well, I'm so glad I didn't get that on the carpet because ain't nobody was gonna be trying to scrub that out. But it bled pretty heavy for a couple of minutes, and I had to put tissue in there, pinch it, and just hold it up to get it to stop. I wasn't digging around in there. There was nothing going on in there for me to be like, okay, yeah, I popped something. No, my nose just started to bleed. Now, in the middle of week 35, I went into my OB for a doctor's appointment, and when he checked my cervix, I was already 2 centimeters dilated at week 35. So he was like, hey, I kind of want you to just chill. We really want to get you to week 38. Make sure the baby's fully baked properly. So he put me on, what did he call it? He put me on pelvic rest. No whoopee and no exercising. He told me, hey, just chill, put your feet up, enjoy the little bit of quiet time that you have left. Week 36, just a normal level of misery. As miserable as a 9-month pregnant woman could be, you know, uncomfortable, like tired. My back was hurting, my insides were hurting, just, you know, having a child inside of you kicking and squirming and moving all the time. Those 2 weeks were pretty uneventful, but by the time we hit week 37, I started feeling a lot more pressure in my pelvis. And then when I went to get my scan done, they couldn't even see his face because he was so far down. And it wasn't even that he was far down, it was just he was so tall that his head was all the way down there. So when my doctor checked, he was like, yeah, I can kind of feel his head. It's like right there. So I'm like, okay, that explains the pressure in my pelvis. Constant pressure in my pelvis. By the end of that week, I started experiencing Charlie horses like every night. I don't know if it was because I was laying around too much, or if I wasn't moving enough, or if I wasn't having enough like water, or I was dehydrated. No, I couldn't have been dehydrated. Or if I just didn't have enough potassium. But that was not nice. Like, my legs would just lock up on me and hurt. Like, I'm sure everybody's experienced a Charlie horse. So I would literally have to like drag myself out of the bed to be able to go to the bathroom after that. I had that for probably 3-4 nights during that week. Now, week 38 now. This was the week that I finally had this baby. I was 38 weeks and 4 days, and a couple of days before that, my fingers were like sore. And my fingers and my hands were sore, and I don't really know how to explain it, but I think it's because I was using my hands to move around so much, because at this point you cannot sit up, you cannot get up, you cannot do anything. So I would like use my hands to like pull myself up off of anything, or pull or push myself around. So I felt like that was why my hands were hurting like that. The third trimester was just oof. You know, they say like some women enjoy pregnancy. I did not. I found no joy in any part of that pregnancy. Yeah. Anyway, guys, we're gonna go into the next part of this story, which just happens to be my birth story. If you do want to see that, stay tuned. It will be coming soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.